Hello, Collective, and welcome back to Tarot Parlor. Today, we are going to be doing a deep dive look at the karmic in your life. We're just going to jump in a minute and start asking spirit questions, the angels questions about your karmic. But first, let me just say, what is your karmic? Your karmic is a narcissist, is a self-seeking, self-loving, oblivious to anyone else having feelings or needs or happiness or needs for happiness. The only thing a narcissist sees or feels is either extreme anger or, mood swings of extreme anger and so on, mania, or excitement and happiness over what they're going to gain, over how well they've tricked somebody and sabotaged somebody. So your karmic is a narcissist and a professional saboteur. And unfortunately, if you are dating them, you are number one resource on their list that serves them. So we already know these people don't think correctly. So whatever whim or crazy idea that they need to be serving themselves with, you're the one that's going to fit that opportunity for them. You are going to pay for that opportunity. And if you don't do it willingly or let them sneak it from you, then you're going to be doing it in tears. That's right. You can either give it nicely or you can just cry about it because they're going to get it from you one way or another. The only reason a karmic involves themselves in any kind of a relationship is for the benefits that that relationship gives to them, how it fills their cup. They aren't concerned about filling your cup. They fill their own cup, and multiple times behind your back. And most of it is with your provisions, with your sweat and blood and tears, with your life existence. They take from you and fill their cup. Now, don't get me wrong, we're all in need. We all have the, sometimes, right, or many occasions in our life, we all come to that point where we need something from someone else. You're going to have, you've got to have a lifeline. And if you don't have a lifeline, you're going to be in need a whole lot. And sure, some of us are just never established lifelines and we're constantly in need, and that happens. However, it's not the intention or the only intention. It's not the idea. That person doesn't have the idea that their fulfillment is supposed to come from other people. That person, feels bad that they even have to ask. They feel, regretful that life hasn't worked out a different way for them. Not the karmic. The karmic saboteur narcissist thinks that the entire world that they can get their hands on is ready for them to milk and feed their every whim. And that's just the way it should be. There's no remorse. There's no regret for any loss they cause anyone in obtaining for their own selfish nature. There's the difference. Okay, so here's how they work, you guys. They jump into your life, okay? They get you all excited because they want you as happy as they are. They want you to be so happy about, this relationship so they can start taking from you and not feeling bad. They've made you happy. They've done some things for you. Now you owe them, okay? So they get you indebted to them emotionally. And then they start taking your friends from you. and preventing you from talking to them. Do you know why they prevent you from talking to your friends and they start closing off your relationships? It's super easy. It's because they've already been talking about you behind your back to them. They've said something, or they've seen your friends notice their karmic ways, but that you haven't. They can see beyond the veil, and they don't want you to have access to those people anymore because they don't want you waking up. Okay? They don't want you having that wisdom about them. So they cut off friends and people that can see through them, or that they have talked about you to. And then they start taking your finances. Then they can control your life because you have no one in your corner, and they love to bully. And they will bully everything right away from you. Everything. Okay, so let's jump into this. That's the introduction to what a narcissist is. And also, let me just say, a narcissist can be extremely dangerous if they are violent. If you are in a relationship with a narcissist that is violent, I don't even need to tell you how dangerous these people are. But it can be very deadly trying to leave them. Okay? When you are ready to leave, you need to make sure that you know in your mind and in your heart that you're going to leave and stay gone, because people that return to a relationship like that, that's abusive and it's a narcissist, there's a high percentage that you may not survive returning back to that relationship. So be aware of that and leave when you are serious that it's over, that you are not coming back, okay? Remember, a snake does not shed its skin to become a butterfly. A snake sheds its skin to become a bigger snake. So even if you leave and they look like they've made changes, they're just putting on the skills. That's all they're doing. Putting on some honey to be a trap. So now that they're a bigger snake, smarter and wiser, with bigger goals in mind, they can do more. Okay? It's just putting on the honey. Don't fall for a narcissist when they put on the honey. They're still a snake. Okay, let's take a look at your narcissist. Ooh, Knight of Wands. So your narcissist is keeping their boundaries. Okay, they're drained right now because they've been keeping their boundaries from you. And they've been very resilient. Let me put this in the center. Here we go. And so it says here that they're drained, resilient, and pushing through. So they've worked really hard at taking things from you, at this relationship. It's exhausting them trying to fake this love, okay? Because there might be some love there, okay? But you're literally, oh my gosh, look at that. See how the cat is making him sick because of the allergies? In a sense, a narcissist is kind of allergic to you. Even if they have real human love feelings for you, they're allergic to you because your needs interrupt their narcissistic fulfillment. Do you see? So that's why, so they get sick, so you nurture them to turn it around and make sure that any kind of love or anything that they've given you, they get paid back for immediately. Do you see? And you think it's love bonding. It's not. They're allergic to giving to you. What else do we need to know? Okay, so they have made you believe that you were kindred spirits. And guess what? You might be the kind of person that would be the best balance for them. But these kind of karmics are really not good for people. They don't play well with others. So while you're playing well with, your partner, they are only pretending to play well with you. They want the love stage. They want this because they need it as a foundation for you to say in the future, but what about when things were great? That had to have been real. Yeah, They, you know, enjoyed some love. They let their walls down. They enjoyed it for a time. But there's a competition going on in the sheets with a narcissist. And that competition is that narcissist's love for themselves. And eventually that's what wins out. Okay, let's pull from the top now. Oh, well, it opened up right here. Okay, these are my introductory sheets. Okay, we've got the World. Okay, look at this girl. Isn't this funny on this card how she's walking away, but she's obtaining the World. So the reason she's walking away is because she's completed something. And in her completion, she's walking away from what's old. And she's gotten wholeness because she's reached the end of a cycle. And I don't think she's going to go on repeat. I think she's choosing to have the World instead of repeat this cycle, which is the best advice I can give you if you're with a narcissist. Right now, you know that you need some justice for some things in this relationship. Look at that justice. You actually need more than that. You need some judgments because there is some things in your life that they have killed off that you may never be able to have back. And after doing some self-evaluation and allowing yourself truth, awakening to truth, and forgiving yourself, then it's time to come to the judgments of, okay, blame falls somewhere. Harm is not blameless. You have this in your future. This is the Sun card. Typically, this is a young boy, not a couple. It's a young boy riding on a horse with the sunshine at his back. It's about joy and optimism and even success. So yeah, success, optimism, and openness. The narcissist wants you to think that that's what your relationship has. It has openness. It has optimism. There's so much to look forward to. This is one of the tricks and big lies of the snake, the narcissist. They need you to constantly visualize on an optimistic, promising future because there was something in the past that was really love, wasn't it? And the future together with somebody that really loves you could be so wonderful. Rent can get paid, you know, and everybody can have money for what they need. You have money for things together. We can grow as a couple. So much success and optimism. Nobody has to give away the pets when they're leaving because we're going to stay together, right? All of that. And we can be open with each other now that we've broken down all these walls and boundaries with fights and struggles. It's a lie. Don't fall for it. The Moon is saying that you have intuition about this and dreams that is telling you the truth, okay? The narcissist is giving you illusions, but your intuition in your dreams, look at this little tarot reading here, is telling you the truth about this person. You know what's going on. Enough. See, this is, in the Sun, things have come to light, okay? So you know the truth about things. With the Moon, it's coming to light. Not everything is revealed, but you already know that this snake puts on the sweetness to keep you around and fool your intuition. And once your intuition is fooled, then the sweetness goes away. It's a cycle. You know what happens. Our girl here decided to walk away and just walk on with obtaining the World and leaving the cycle. You actually have divine behind you, guiding you and fulfilling you. This is the Star card. The star is shining on the person usually. See, it's around her neck and is giving you your intuition. It's lighting your way and bringing you emotional fulfillment and all kinds of fulfillment and renewal. Okay. Divine is giving you renewal here. How else are you healing from this narcissist that is allergic to you? He's allergic to you. How are you healing from him all the time? He's always sick. It turns his stomach to have to give you your way and make you happy, right? Let you make your biscuits. So divine is giving you your renewal. So, gosh, I lost where I was going with that. Sorry. So the star card is giving you renewal and healing because this narcissist has hurt the relationship. Okay. Sorry, I lost it. Well, just tell me what I was saying. Here we go with this card. There is a tower, or there has been a tower, multiple towers, upheavals, destruction, catastrophe. So you are tired. Look at you. You're sitting here and you're tired of experiencing this. And you have noticed that this person is not, it's not just happening out of nowhere. You've come to the realization that it's not you, that it's them. And that they have these tower moments at work. They have these tower moments with their parents. They have these tower moments all around them. In areas where you have peace without them, they constantly trigger tower moments. You finally noticed it. Let's pull from the center. So you need to keep your wits about you. This is the Queen of Swords. She's about communication and truth. And you need to get the legal high ground. See the word here, honest, protective, and quirky. You know, without giving it all away, still be your quirky self, but get legally protective and be honest about why you need that. You are not hurting somebody because you're protecting yourself. A karmic knows no ends to protecting themselves. You've seen it a million times already. You've seen it a few times at least. You know what they're willing to destroy to protect themselves. You have got to do the same. Get witty and legal savvy and do it in disguise. Oh, look at that. She's in disguise. 5 of Wands. You are going to face some bickering, okay? There's going to be passion in this, because the narcissist is very passionate about getting their way and about controlling you. It is one of their joys. The circus, I just watched this on YouTube. There was a circus in another country that finally set free a lion and his female mate that they had kept in a small cage, barely big enough for the two of them, their entire life. They had never known walking on a lawn, out in the grass, under a tree. They had never been free ever. Because that circus enjoyed owning them more than they enjoyed the value of life for the lions. They weren't even good caretakers. They gave them no value of life other than a cage. And that is what your life has turned into. So there's going to be conflict when he can't control you, or she. There's going to be conflict and egos going off because they'll get insecure about their future. What am I going to do? I'm losing control. Oh, you know, it's like your bank account not answering you, not answering your phone calls. So yeah, they're going to get very insecure. There will be some arguments, but keep the peace, you know, as best you can. Just let, you know, oh, everything's fine. You know, you can pour on the honey too, right? You can do the same thing. If you're not sure, okay, if you're still hung up on this, you need to take a look at things from a different angle. If this was your daughter or your son, if this was your mother, if this was somebody else, if this was something you were watching a TV show about, if you had to tell your pastor 100% truth, the past details of the past every day of your life for the past month and the past year, everything that's happened in secret, every little grudge that they've held against you, every narcissist action, what would you be saying? Look at it from that point of view, from truth. Okay, one last card from this deck. King of Coins. If you stay grounded once you've made your decision here, or as you're exploring your options with truth, okay, with not denying the truth anymore, you're going to be successful and you're going to get your empire back. Look at this. Look at the difference. Here it's all strife. It's a cage. It's, you know, confining. Look at those lines going in every direction. It's restriction. You're crossed off. And here you've got the coin. You've got the world. You've got the crown. So this is what you have to obtain if you follow the advice of today. Let's get a rune for you and see. Let's just pull this one out of the center right here. We got Ray, though. With this one, you've got natural rhythm. Do you see that whale on there with the jellyfish in the ocean? You've got journey. Do you know how far a whale can go on a journey? And you've got action. You've got movement. And you've got right path. You have been thinking that this is more than just fighting and bickering. That it isn't all your fault. You've already been thinking that, for those of you that are just starting to understand. For those of you that have been here a while, you have been realizing that it could be time to leave. You just don't know if you're ready for the journey. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is saying that you can handle this journey. Start collecting your resources for the questions that you're going to be asking when you leave. Where will I stay? Where will I get money? Where are the charitable organizations that I can go to? What churches help? What organizations are there for people leaving domestic violence? Start building those resources now. Keep them hidden, of course. You know, electronically locked online or somewhere. But whatever, get your resources collected now so you have those resources when you leave. Okay? And then make sure that if you leave, you're ready to stay gone because you don't want to return. The abuse is guaranteed to be worse returning to an abuser than if you had never left. And like I said, a high percentage will be fatal. So make sure you're ready. This card is saying you are ready for the journey. Seek counseling before you do this. Seek a professional's advice. But you are ready for the journey. Okay? Be blessed.